Hey everybody, it's the Toy Duo Team. Roll the music.
When you are sick addiction and your shelves are overflowing, hold tight. When you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out. Just sit right back, just relax and watch and listen. The Toy Duo Team brings you what you need. The toy news you didn't know you needed. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle
I love it when a plan comes together. What?
on your shelf.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo Team. We're going to talk about action figures, reveals, rewind the week, whatever, some other stuff. And how's everybody doing?
I'm really looking forward to the some other stuff.
Some
This
other
week's
stuff.
topic of some other stuff, you won't believe it.
John's making fun of me. Anyways, I think what we did was we promoted that we're going to do our 2026 wish list. So that's some figures that we would love for them to announce in 2026. I did put that all out picture on there because I don't know if you heard about it, but I do have some Fallout news that'll come up in the little Toy Talk or whatever. And it's kind of interesting to me. Did you guys have a good Christmas?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, good.
It was first Christmas where my oldest was like old enough to be
Aware
into it, really.
Yeah.
So that was, I mean, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Are you leave out the cookies and milk house or a
Just cookies? We didn't bother with milk, but
right. Well, you know, some
Yeah.
people like don't.
Santa's gonna be getting dry mouth. He's like,
Santa left my kids a note as well, so that
Oh,
was
that's nice.
yeah.
Besides your temper tantrum that you throw every once in a while, you were almost on the naughty list.
Yeah. I left some constructive feedback on potty training.
Oh, that's nice. All right. That'll help out.
Or Santa did.
Oh, that's good. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right, let's say hi to Paisano, Jonathan Redman, Cedar Stuff, Gary's Grills is here, Ricardo Q66, David R is here. Let's see. Paisano says his kids have never believed in Santa and have had just as much fun. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, some people don't.
Yeah.
You know.
I was going to say, is that going to come back to bite him? Like, when Eric's kids are like 15, are they going to come back and be like, wait a minute, all this stuff that was in the Santa letters through the years that we had to work on didn't come from him at all? You know, like,
Yeah.
Dad's been pulling a fast one on us all this time to get us to do our chores and clean up the yard. And
it's a funny thing because, like, that. You know, when they do the what is it? The Santa Claus, the one with the Two-Time Taylor dude.
Him, the Two-Time Taylor, yeah.
And then they do the elf, right? Like they really put them in a world where like Santa doesn't exist, but really he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that they have that NORAD tracker?
Oh,
yeah. Where they track Santa? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And that's hilarious. And then the Sora, the Sora AI app.
Yeah.
Have you seen the videos that people have been were making? They were like, breaking news: Santa Claus was shot down off the coast of Venezuela.
Jeez.
Confused with a smuggling boat.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
They were so funny. They actually had like sleigh debris in the water.
Oh jeez.
God.
I see
one had
no survivors.
One had Santa ejecting, which made me think like about X-Wing fighters, because I remember when they were trying to attack, I think the Death Star, and
eject.
Yeah, Wedge was trying to tell, was it Jolly or whatever? Eject. And I'm like,
I think it was like Biggs to Porkins.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
I think I could
how?
Well, I always imagined that because in Clone Wars you often saw them like escaping ships that were going to blow up and stuff. So I always imagined that the cockpit that you're sitting in the X-wing with the canopy over it, I'm
Yeah.
chopping my thing's head off, like came out as a unit. So you were inside of that if you ejected that unit.
So that
You know
whole
what I mean?
piece there,
Yeah, that whole cockpit
like
piece.
your
would come
seat,
up.
the glass,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
would
everything
be like
around you.
an escape pod
A
type
little
of
tiny
situation.
escape pod for an X-wing that
So
just kind of pops
how
out.
far back does it go? Because I feel like on Dagobah, didn't Luke reach back into the X-wing fighter to get
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. There was
So
like
does a wall
there was
pop
a
up?
compartment back there. I think. Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah, I
then,
don't know. I don't know. They've never shown it, but because you got to think like it can't just open the glass and they fly out because the guys had skin. They
that's what I'm
didn't have
saying.
like
Like,
an
you've
clothes,
never
enclosed
yeah.
seen
helmet, you know?
that
Yes.
Sean Connery movie Outland when they break their spacesuits, they blow up, or
Yeah.
the Schwarzenegger one on Mars.
Yeah.
So you would
Cedar
jet
says,
out.
Cedar says, I'm sure there's a 1,000 plus word essay on Wikipedia that explains ejecting in tedious detail. Yeah.
It could be like a Star Wars term, like pull up and get out of here, because
Oh.
you're.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because in Battlestar Galactica, I mean, they made up a whole new timetable. They,
Yeah.
who knew what a centon was?
Yeah.
George changed his mind on tons of stuff in the early movies. Let's not get bogged down on ejector seats.
Yep.
But I think that's important because it's a key line.
You would think it's something pedantic like that is
It's
important.
life or death for Porkins. I mean, like if he ejected, he could still be alive out there, floating around the debris of the Death Star.
Yeah. All right. So this week we'll do our 2026 wish list. We'll get to that in a second. But first, in the toy talk, did you guys hear that Playmates is no longer going to have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as of?
They got 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they got. Then it says they have to dispose of its inventories of licensed products will cease 90 days thereafter. Does that mean like they can't sell anything after for like? So it ends in December, and then they have basically to the 3 months to get rid of like all of their merchandise.
They'll have to write off whatever, but likely they'll just put it up for auction earlier.
But what I was curious about though is this like a notice from Playmates saying what would happen if we don't renew it?
No, this is a
notice. I was reading through it. And I was like, well, this is what happens if you don't renew it, but this doesn't say whether or not Playmates is actually going to renew it.
It says right here. That's why I cut the section. It says negotiations between the parties regarding renewal have been ongoing since October 2025, but PICL has recently been informed, has been formally notified by the licensor that the license agreement will not be renewed upon its expiration on 12/31/2026. As a result, they're going to lose the licensed products on that date and then have to dispose of everything. And it's basically telling its shareholders, this is how much money that license has made for our company. So expect there's some changes in our the amount of money we're going to be making.
Yeah. It just seemed very odd to me that. So is PICL the one?
Playmates.
Playmates.
That's probably their trading logo or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So we only get this kind of a letter because they're like a publicly traded company.
Yeah,
right? You'll never get this from something else. Paisano's pretty happy because like his comment here is they'll have to just go, oh, Power Rangers.
Yeah, because they did get that from Hasbro, Power Rangers, right?
Okay, so Jonathan's saying that they had like a really good deal, and they didn't want to pay a new license amount. The problem is I've seen other like manufacturers and stuff like that making Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff, and pretty much it's all at Ross. So I don't know how valuable that property is for action figures.
Well, NECA stuff does pretty well, generally
Does it do
speaking.
well, or does it just end up at Ross? Because I found a lot of NECA at Ross.
Hmm.
I
I
mean,
don't see anything at any of the discount stores by me, but the impression that I always got from NECA Turtles is that most of it is like immediately gone. But
hey, let me ask you a question, Eric. You said you don't have any discount stores near you, so you don't have a
no,
Ross.
no. I don't see any like Hasbro or like big like they don't get like the toy inventory at these stores
Like,
by me
but
at
you do
least.
have like Ross and like Dee Dee's and
Uh-huh.
Marshalls, and you don't see the stuff there.
No.
That's really strange to me.
Yeah, well, like generally I see less than what the rest of the country post, because I'll see the rest of the country on Twitter posting like they walked in and there's like an entire aisle of Transformers, and I go in and there's 4. And I know that we've talked about it before where it's like, yeah, but the guy who went in there the day before me probably bought all the Transformers. So then by the time I go in,
Yeah,
they're all gone, because only that first person's the one who's going to get the jackpot.
dude,
Everybody else is
I
stuck
just went.
without. You know?
Yeah, I just went to this Ross yesterday, and there were like 4 of the Sergeant Slaughters. I guarantee you, there's 0 today.
Yeah.
But there will still be that legacy sniper GI Joe that's $16.99 because it's $16.99,
Yeah.
right? So,
but I made out good at Ollie's when we get to talking about what we're talking about later. So
yeah,
I'm still a little baffled by this, because it seems to me that like Playmates and Ninja Turtles go hand in hand, and maybe it is just what Jonathan said, is they got some kind of sweetheart deal back in the day, and that it's time for that deal to be run out and renegotiated, and whoever has the controlling share of Ninja Turtles these days, whether it's Eastman and Laird or whoever, they've just said they value them at such a high amount that the license fee is too much for Playmates to keep going forward.
yeah,
Which I can't believe, because I don't think I can't believe that the value they're placing is more than what Playmates is willing to pay. Like, that just seems ridiculous to me. You know what I mean?
It's unclear if Playmates had the master agreement, but because obviously other people make
they
stuff,
do make
but,
Ninja Turtle stuff.
so
Yeah. Which also means that, like, are they willing to pay such a high value? You know, it's
we'll
like,
see.
I don't know, you know?
I think just have to wait and see what happens. What the press release was for starting 2027, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they still have
A
it,
year to find someone. Yeah.
right? And obviously every contract's kind of different, but I mean, look at what McFarlane's still doing with DC. So
Yeah.
um, so it's
Well,
not
they
like
have through June, right? Still? Yeah.
yeah. So I'm sure there will still be new Playmate stuff.
All year long. Yeah.
Yeah.
let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. We thought that the Bandai and Power Ranger years.
Yeah, that's right. Bandai was Power Rangers forever. Yeah, that's true. You know?
Yeah, the problem is like, so it's always been kid focused. When was the last time you actually bought a Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure?
Early 90s.
Yeah. Well, no, when they re-released some of the retro looking ones, I filled in my collection of what I didn't own from the 89 to 90 or whatever it was when they first came out. I've got like the 4 turtles, and I had April and Shredder from the original line from the 80s, 89, 90 and stuff like that. But I didn't own, like, I never got a Splinter. So when this retro stuff was coming out, I bought a Splinter to go with that set, and I bought a couple of Footmen to go with that set. You know what I mean? So I've bought them to, you know what I mean, to fill, and Bebop and Rocksteady I bought, you know what I mean, so that I'd have them all on card without having to go back and spend $100, $200 on originals, you know.
Well,
there you go.
There is a Turtles show, the Mutant Mayhem one.
Yeah, there's one on.
What does that?
There's going to be another season of that. I think.
But do they make toys for that show?
They do.
They do, but they're in an animated, more modern animated style. They're in Walmart's.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, it looks like Playmates is no longer going to have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
But it's not like that show has the volume of episodes that the original 87 series had.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's because a lot of the original cartoons, like, you would get one of two things with an 80s cartoon. Either they would sign on for 13 episodes to test the water, so to speak. And if the show was a hit, then they would sign
like 20 to 30.
Well, it would be, a lot of times it'd be 56 episodes so they could syndicate. And syndication would mean that they could show it on multiple stations at multiple times. And that's why shows like He-Man and G.I. Joe have 50 or 60 episodes per season for back then. Transformers, you know, like they have 50 or 60 episodes. He-Man, Masters of the Universe was the same way, you know.
Because every episode can introduce a new toy.
Yeah, and they wanted them to go to syndication so they could be played. You'd see them on Saturday morning cartoons, but then they'd be on Fox at a different time during the week or something. You know what I mean? Because they'd be in syndication, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing I thought was interesting this week was when they released these figures a week ago, they were $27.99 at the new price point. And now if you go to Amazon, pretty much all of them are $24.99, which is less than the older price point. Right? There's one that's not available on Amazon, and then there's the Cassandra Nova, which is $29.99 priced on there.
Well, why is she more?
I think probably because it was probably selling as well as the X-23. But I thought it was pretty interesting that why would you release figures at a higher price point and then immediately just discount them, you know, within a week?
My guess is it was probably an indiscriminate pricing algorithm that Amazon has.
You think it's just like picking some Marvel Legends and just marking them down to $11.99 so that 11%?
I don't think a human made this decision explicitly. I think there's some code that Amazon has that will dynamically adjust pricing to move product.
Yeah, like so if the Amazon AI is determining that $27.99 isn't a good selling price for these figures, right? Then maybe Hasbro needs to take a look at their price increase and realize that their price increase isn't good for selling action figures.
So what I would suspect would be the recourse out of this would be someone at Hasbro would recognize what happened, and they'd have a little chat with their retail partners at Amazon, and they would request to have some code to exclude these types of products from that type of like pricing model. That's what I would expect.
Well,
in the same way, like some Hasbro product on the Disney Store's website, right? You used to be able to get like Hasbro product on sale using like Disney Store sale codes, and then they started excluding those afterward. So
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Are these listed as $27.99 with a line through it? Like
it says 11% off. 11% off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's 100% that these other four figures just weren't selling at the $27.99 the way that the similar figures like these sold at $24.99, so they just marked them down to basically, a percentage that gets them close to what that previous price point is. But I think it's very telling. I agree with you, Eric, that there's probably going to be some pushback from like the manufacturer saying, "Hey, look, the suggested retail is this. You're undercutting like other retailers or whatever. So can you not do that?" But I have a feeling that like seeing this so soon when the products haven't even arrived, they're still in like pre-order stage, right?
Mhm.
Is not a good sign for their price increase.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Time will tell on that. I would
I agree, Posano. Yeah, I was actually mostly out at $24.99, but
Right.
now I'm definitely out at $27.99. Yeah.
yeah.
But I know that Eric was right about that Mandalorian because he came back up at the regular price point after that sell was over. All of a sudden, came back into stock at the
Yep.
regular price.
Yeah.
So there was a thing where they noticed the price was too low or something like that.
That
And
could have so that situation sounds like it may have been Target that was aware of what
yeah,
happened and made some decisions rather than Hasbro stepping in. But
I think
I
it's
don't know.
really, I think it's really interesting though, and I think I feel like I say it all the time, but like, you know, they've added this like price increase and they sort of blame the tariffs for it, right? Which I totally understand because previously toys had been free of duty. You know what I mean? So like there was no tariff charge on this type of stuff before. But now that they have one, and so it's basically undercut into this huge amount that they used to make. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So they are trying to claw back some of what it is that they used to make. But I wonder if the $3 that they added on and not selling a figure is really worth it to them.
I guess you'll have to see in their financial statements in the future, right?
Yeah.
See,
Right.
like I got the other side of the question though here too is when you look at this lineup,
Oh, okay.
why is she $29.99? Like, is that her suggested retail? Was she
No,
always lower?
I think the system is realizing that that has sold better than the other four figures.
So they've raised the price on that one above suggested retail.
That's what
Because
it
that's
looks
the
like.
other thing is like if say here's what I'm getting at. Say you're buying these as a case and there's one of each figure in the case, and if you sell Laura X23 at say $29.99 and you sell what's her face there at $29.99, and then you're willing to take a tiny little hit on the other figures by marking them down to $24.97. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I
are
just
you
wouldn't
when you
overthink
look at the
this.
whole case, are you like, all right, I'm only losing $1 here when you look at the whole case being sold? Do you know what I mean?
No, I think that what they're looking at is they're saying if we can just lower the price on these figures that aren't selling very well because they're kind of weak, right? Like then we don't have to like liquidate auction them to Ross next year
Yep.
Yeah, but
and
then they're
pretty much
charging
make
more
nothing.
for the other two figures, is what I'm saying. So they're balancing it out almost.
It could be an adjustment too based on like a third party person, buying more and then stocking on Amazon themselves and then Amazon just competing because I've seen that like what'll happen is I'll notice that when I start seeing figures showing up at Ross for like $8, all of a sudden they're like 12 or $13 on Amazon. It's not $8, but it's still cheaper than
Cheaper than
me
yeah,
saying, "Hey John, can you pick that up for me and ship it to me?"
yeah, exactly.
Right. So it prevents that type of stuff, right? Where you don't have the cross market or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I've noticed that too. When you see the stuff at Ross and Ollie's that's been there, like like even going back to like say like the Rogue One figures and Eternals figures and the stuff from the kid show where the Skeleton Crew,
Mhm.
and then you look at them anywhere else online, like eBay, Amazon, they're like basically the same price.
Right.
They might be $8 at Ross or at Ollie's, but $10 at Amazon. Yeah.
So I think out of this whole wave, it's interesting to me because how much money are they making off the yellow suited Wolverine? Because basically they just added some dirt onto him.
Yeah.
And took off the sleeves.
Yeah. Okay. And took off the sleeves. Anyways, okay, moving on. Here it is, Fallout. You guys watching Fallout?
No, I haven't
No.
watched it.
Okay, so next year there's going to be a reality show. Who's going to sign up for the reality show?
Oh, they're going to do a real one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Was it just how long can you stay locked in a basement?
I'm
I'd
imagining
win that so easily. I don't care about seeing sunlight one bit. COVID did not bother me at all.
I imagine that it'll be like they'll be like tasks, kind of like you know how the Amazing Race you have to do those little tasks to move on,
Yeah.
or Survivor has the little team tasks or whatever. Yeah, but Jonathan saying yeah, Fallout Shelter has been a mobile game, but this is them announcing that there are. Their Amazon's Fallout franchise is going to expand with a reality series. So it is. They're going to call it Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, the problem with Eric is, number one, you won't get picked for the show if you go on your interview saying like, I have no problem. COVID didn't bother me at all, because I think they want people to freak out and be like dramatic.
Oh yeah,
and then the second thing is they. Also, the other people on the show, if they see you being calm and collective and nothing's bothering you, they're going to vote you off. Well, that guy's a threat. I'm going to vote him off. You know, they vote you off the show. You know,
chances of that actually happening is slim to none. So,
I know, yeah. But
see, they're saying they're going to get
that, like, whenever I've watched
people, lock them in a vault, and come back in a few hundred years to see how they got on.
How they got on. Yeah, that would be the best show. Put cameras in there and just like watch them tear each other.
There was a show about like these people who were on like a ship and they had just reached their like 50th year or something like that, and there was like a murder on the ship.
Actually on a ship. Yeah.
They were on you know what I'm talking about? They were in like a silo.
That show. It was good. Yeah.
I think they gave away the secret too soon.
They did. Yeah.
Because I
figured it out. I think the audience figured it out way too soon compared to the people in the ship. You were like, wait a minute, they're not in a ship.
Well, they told the audience like in like the end of the first episode in the control room where they were watching everybody, and I'm like, oh, and then they had to sneak somebody in. You're like, oh, okay, this is a giveaway. All right. Anyways, all right. This week, as we promised, we got our 2026 wish list. So these guys sent me over some ideas of some figures that they might be interested for 2026, and we'll start with the flamingo guy. That's John, if you haven't noticed. And he wants a gray-haired Kilnaka.
No,
and the guy from
Close Encounters.
It went Opa Rancisis, and he's a snake guy. He's not. He doesn't have legs.
So is he a part Wookiee, part snake?
He's a snake. Yeah,
no, he's like a snake guy with a beard.
Yeah.
So the snake has hair.
Yeah.
And does he have like a bunch of arms too?
Yeah, 4 arms. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
He's on the Jedi Council in the first movie.
Is he actually been in live action or just in the?
Yeah, Phantom Menace.
He's in the first movie. Yeah.
Oh man, I totally missed him.
He's on the Jedi Council.
Is he just sitting there, not like doing anything?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. He just
same with the next one.
Yeah.
And the other guy is from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, Jarl Poof. Just because his name. How could you not want a character named Poof?
So is he one of the aliens that went to Earth in Close Encounters?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
These are pretty cool picks, John. I like them.
I just think I think it'd be cool to eventually have the whole Jedi Council from the first movie at least. It would be pretty neat.
You sort of have to, right?
and these
At
guys
some
would
point.
be great. These guys would be great additions because they're so unique looking and odd that I just think that they would be cool additions in a 6-inch scale. And I do believe they've done both of them in 3 3/4 at some point. Maybe not on TVC, but I think they did them in regular. Because didn't they do the whole Jedi Council?
No. Well, they did. Didn't they do like the
Those
different
multi packs?
sets?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
multi packs.
They
Yeah.
they didn't come. They didn't have all of them come out in '99. I can say that much.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
maybe
with
not. Yeah.
it wasn't with the movie, but
No, it was later on. Yeah, I think so.
All right, you know how they've been doing those little diorama pieces, right? Like that little Luke and Vader, and then the
Yep.
Anakin. Okay, so what if? Because Eric thinks that they're going to do a Black Series HasLab this year. So
Okay.
what if the HasLab, John and Eric, is basically the kind of like a room with all the Jedi Council chairs and all of the council.
Yep.
The whole council? That'd be crazy. Yeah, that would be nuts if they had like 10 figures in it. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be something though, wouldn't
That's
it?
quite a HasLab though, yeah.
Because that could be just as good as like a cantina in a way, right? Where you have like the council room, and then you have
if you're not going to try like something like the Rancor again, I think the best move for a Black Series HasLab would be character, like dream character packs, like the remainder of the Jedi Council, or like Cantina aliens, or Jabba's palace. Denizens.
Yeah, imagine if they did AFOP Man like as a Black Series, you know?
Because they don't have to do Yoda because we already got Yoda with the chair, right?
Yeah.
So
they could do it again. Like you could do it again and give a slightly different face sculpt
slightly
or something.
different.
You could do the puppet. You could do the puppet version.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there
yeah.
You go.
Make it.
Hey, Rodimus, how you doing?
Greetings.
Hey.
All right, make Black Series X-Wing and watch it fund in a day.
But then the wings would be way too short. They'd be shorter than the Kenner wings, and I'd be complaining.
All right, and then that's two of John's top 5, and then 2 of mine would be a Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby version of the Hulk and Bruce Banner, maybe in a 2-pack even.
That would be cool to get a Lou Ferrigno sculpt one. Yeah.
I just think that because they did that Japanese Spider-Man, the Japanese 70s Spider-Man, the 77 Spider-Man, they could easily do these 70s Hulk and Bruce Banner.
And Thor and Daredevil. Would that be awesome? Because remember when they showed up in the Hulk show?
Yes.
You have to do the weird Captain America with the bubble helmet.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that's
motorcycle.
Yeah.
That would be like next, right? Like maybe next, like 2027 could be the Cap with his motorcycle. Yeah.
Probably an image rights thing more than anything.
Yeah, probably.
I bet Lou Ferrigno would sign off though. He still loves the fact that he did the Hulk and everything back then.
Yeah. And then Eric's Black Series wish list includes Carson Teva and and who's the other guy here?
Keller and Beck,
Council, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's not in the council to my knowledge, but he's the Jedi Knight that saved Grogu.
Okay.
Did he? I don't remember the two. Did he always have 2 sabers like that, or did he? Pick one?
No. He picked one up.
Picked it up from the. Yeah. Okay.
To dual wield and protect Grogu.
I got to tell you, Eric, the Carson Teva, they made him in Vintage Collection, Jonathan.
They will. I have to imagine they scale him up next year.
Yeah.
I imagine he'll be like a Mandalorian Grogu figure.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope he's in the movie, but I'm not sure there's been any official confirmation of that.
And I think they're gonna do there's a Hot Toys one. If it isn't out already, it's coming.
Yeah. Okay, so those are a couple of Eric's picks for Star Wars Black Series, and then John has a couple of Transformers. Did I get the right ones here?
Yeah, you did. Yeah. The reason is because these two haven't been during Siege and Earthrise, the Netflix show. we got a Cybertronian version of Prowl, but we didn't get the cop car that's on Earth, and we haven't. He's one of the last cars that we haven't had an Earth version update on in the new Studio Series style, where he's all like looking like the cartoons.
Right.
And the same with Power Glide. There, we've got a decent version from a while back, but they've recently been redoing all the mini bot ones as sort of like 4.5 to 5 inch figures that sort of scale better with Optimus Prime and the other ones you've gotten from the Studio Series. And now this guy, the old version, he's only like 2.5 inches, 3 inches tall, so he doesn't fit in anymore. So we need a new version of Power Glide now, just because he needs to be updated to the scale that they're doing nowadays. Yeah.
So my problem here is, do they show you a picture, release it on the internet secretly that it's coming, then never reveal it, and then just have it pop up for sale on Entertainment Earth one day because it's a
probably
yeah.
Yeah. Just like the most recent Thundercracker from the video games.
Right.
I walked into Walmart and there he was on the shelf, and I'm like, what the crap? Where'd this guy come from?
All right.
I didn't know he was coming out, you know?
That's pretty cool. A couple of Transformers on there. And then I got a couple more Star Wars Black Series. I think it would be super easy for them to do regular Ugnaught, since we already had Quill. They could just modify a little bit, give him hair. And definitely I'm waiting for Lobot.
Yep.
Something about...
yeah. Well, I was thinking that too, like what part of the original, as they say, the original 96, like what part of them do we not have? And Ugnaught's one, and Lobot,
yeah, and both from The Empire Strikes Back, which is pretty much my favorite of the trio.
Yeah. Both of these were on a version of the list I was drafting for you, and 9num.
Oh, I was looking at 9num too. I had done a custom though, and I think it's pretty good. So it's not like,
I guarantee you, if not in 2027, in the next few years, they're going to do both of these and 9num.
I mean, 9num is a surprise.
Here's my
I also thought, like, I was thinking Power Droid, Gonk, and then I went, wait a minute, we haven't even gotten the Death Star droid in 6-inch, have we?
No.
So I'm like, wow, they really... There's a couple of really cool droids. FX7 21B. Like, we haven't got any of these droids in 6-inch. It's like, what is going on? You know? And that's an easy 2-pack. They could do 21B and FX7 together and sell them for $60 or something, you know, like...
Not to John though, because he has a price point.
Well,
that would be a tough one to not buy, though. I tell you,
I'd want to see them include like General Riken or Riken and Major Durlin, though, if they did like some Hoth, like Echo based pack.
All right, then Eric has a bounty hunter and a spy.
Is that Valen, right? Or what's his name?
Baylor Valance. He's basically like Valance is basically just a cyborg.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Didn't you know what's interesting?
Callus.
Didn't Marvel Legends just come out with like a figure where part of the face was like metallic and stuff like that? I'm trying to remember what that is, or was that GIJOE? Because I was thinking, like, how hard would it be to make like a custom, you know?
Oh yeah.
When you already have a head like that. But I think both of those would be really cool too. And the Agent Callus would be super easy, right? Because they have Imperial officers already.
I have to imagine there'd be room for some reuse with at least that version of Callus.
Yeah. So they never did a 6-inch Callus when they did the
but they did a TVC one, so they're probably
they've done them in TVC. I think
So,
there's 2 different versions, isn't there? In TVC?
just the one. They didn't do the Fulcrum version.
No? Okay.
The like Rebel defected Callus. They
Oh, I'm
didn't do
thinking
that.
of they did one for Rebels where he had the helmet on, and then they did a
Well,
TVC one
he
later on. Yeah, yeah,
the TVC one comes with the helmet.
yeah. I'm just thinking I've got 2 or 3 different figures is what I'm thinking, but the other ones are from the cartoon version,
Yeah.
not the TVC version. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in for a bounty hunter though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Callus is,
yeah,
or sorry, Valance is a cool character in the comics.
yeah.
I like reading all that. Like anything with him. Oh
And then,
yeah.
and then John wants a what's that guy's name?
Refrigerator Perry GI Joe
Yeah.
Classified. That's what I would like.
There's
Bear
a guy
down.
who made that. That's a custom one off to the
Yeah,
right that I
yeah.
got off of I think GI Joe Customs on Instagram or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a football on the end of a stick like that. Yeah, like a
Yep.
the other custom that's standing next to him has the football on the end of the nunchuck.
Yeah.
Or are they both hanging onto the nunchuck?
I gotta look closer at the picture. I'm not wearing my glasses right now, but
Yeah,
I just snapped that dude out just to see that it's
Yeah.
possible, right?
yeah, yeah.
I think that was
That'd
made
be
from
awesome.
a bazooka.
Yeah, that body's a bit too small for.
Yeah.
It does look a little small. Yeah, they need to bulk him up a little bit, but yeah. And then my runner up was Snaggletooth because he's the only Cantina alien that we had as a kid that they didn't make yet in 6-inch. So I'd want a 6-inch scale Snaggletooth. They want stupid money for it now. Is that what you? Yeah, Lenny mentioned it one of the years. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so those are John's picks. I would like GI Joe to finally come through and do some adventure team figures. I did this
Yeah.
mock up like maybe 3-4 years when Snowjob came out, and I just paired him with like a Wampa there, and I colored up Snowjob's outfit to sort of see how like it could compare to this like Search for Yeti, which was part of that GI Joe adventure team line. I have a feeling though that I'm going to be getting Agents of Omega Hunt for Yeti figure way before I ever see a classified adventure team figure.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said they're going to be doing 2 or 3 sort of Agents of Omega dudes, the Monster Force guys or whatever, the big bad workshop. And I think that's going to kind of fill in this gap, but it would be cool to get official adventure team Joe.
Does Hasbro even do 12-inch Joes anymore?
I don't think so, right?
I don't think I've seen any, but like they might do like some sort of limited production run.
Yeah, is there an anniversary coming up? They generally will do it during an anniversary, right?
Yeah, you know, or make like a commemorative
Yeah,
right.
something like that. Yeah. I haven't seen any though recently.
If they did something like that for Adventure Team, would you get that? Or
Oh, yeah.
would you just be insisting on 6-inch?
Oh, I would probably pick it up because I still have my 12-inch Joes, but that's the point is I'd really rather them
in classify
start including them in the 6-inch classified size.
Blend in.
Yeah, just because then they don't have to do multiple scale. But if they did a retro Joe, I'd probably pick it up. I mean,
yeah.
And then Eric is holding out for
the
Rancor that eats stormtroopers.
Yep. Revive the Rancor.
Now, would it matter to you if it was the Return of the Jedi Rancor or a Book of Boba Fett Rancor?
It has to be Return of the Jedi Rancor. I mean, I'd get whatever they made, but if they redecoed it to be Boba Fett's Rancor, that would be like
what would be
would be a bit silly.
What would be like interesting is if, I mean, how much difference really is there? I mean, like if they did
done a side by side, but if they did Boba Fett's, you'd have to have like some. Well, if they wanted to have like one body that like
Sort of could. What I'm
could-
that's what I'm getting
could,
at. Do
could,
both.
could do both. You'd have to have like a swappable like back panel with a like a whatever harness that Boba Fett
Yeah,
was using
yeah,
to mount.
and the
So
chains that went over to
Yeah.
his mouth or
Is
something.
Boba
Yeah.
Fett's Rancor smaller than the Return of the Jedi Rancor too?
I
I
don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
I haven't spent time.
But I mean, what I mean is though, is
investigating.
if you were clever enough, you could probably figure out a way to do both, and in
Yeah.
one HasLab, and I think
I-
that might satisfy most of the fans that would want to get it. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't like personally for me. I wouldn't dick around with that. If I were Hasbro, I would just release the Return of the Jedi Rancor.
Yeah, and I don't know
No,
if doing
I don't think they'll do it as a
Yeah.
HasLab again. I just
No, yeah.
make to order. Just let us get the thing.
And in that case, I think you're right, Eric. Like, yeah, don't do it as a HasLab. Just say, here's a 6-inch Rancor from Return of the Jedi, and ask like $250 for it or something, and see if it sells on the as like a limited release thing. Yeah.
Ideally, it would come with Malakili, the Rancor
Yeah.
keeper, but
Yeah.
if it didn't, I would still get it.
And if they didn't want to, they could put him out as a separate character for $27.99. You know.
Yeah.
In the main line or whatever.
At least
He
that would
should come out. He should come out regardless because he was part of the original '96. You know.
Yeah. Well, then they need to do like a Weequay guard as well.
Yeah, they do.
They've done a Weequay in Black Series, but it's like the Galaxy's Edge Hondo Naka.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so here's a little part of the show we like to call bragging camp. Do you guys have anything you want to show off this week to everybody that's watching? Anybody?
I do.
Okay.
Go ahead, Eric.
So I'm wearing some of it. So my wife got me some of the new Columbia Star Wars stuff. So this is the hat from it this year. So
that's cool.
It's got the
I like
Rebel
the symbol
Firebird under the bill.
Yeah.
So there's that. My daughter got me this Toy Story.
Did your daughter really get it? Did she walk into the store?
Well, no, it's a Disney Store exclusive. Santa.
She clicked the button on the computer, John.
Yeah. And then I got this for my wife. She calls it her new boyfriend. So I got the X-Men 97 Sentinel. I Decoy gifted her this, said it was her Christmas present, and she got to unbox that because it came in 2 layers of the shipper. She knew I had this, but I took out the like outer layer that has the Hasbro, like Marvel Legends, whatever logo on it. And it was just in a plain cardboard box that surrounded that. So she got to open that, and she was real pissed until I brought out her real present. So that was funny.
Yeah. Which was what nice thing did you get her for real?
I got her.
You don't have to share if you don't want to.
No. I got her a backpack she wanted. So
like a Lululemon or like a hiking one, a hiking thing, or a Lululemon, or
no, like a designer.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And then when she wears the backpack, she can put the Sentinel right.
Yeah,
yeah, just over shoulder. Yeah. Screw the kids.
Yeah.
Gotta. Yeah.
Nice, a nice designer bag. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a good husband. That's good. All right, my turn. Well, okay. Well, my parents got me a Yoda.
Ooh, nice.
And it's quite nice. I'll show it real quick for you guys here. Because I wasn't sure with the image like how this thing was put together, but I was pleasantly surprised. He's really like got like a cloth bag here, and it's like ceramic and stuff, and then cloth.
Oh, nice.
Cloth outfit and hat, you know what I mean? And then like a plastic resin or whatever Yoda in there, you know what I mean? So, and then these are like actual wrapped gifts. You know what I mean? They're like
Oh,
pieces of foam.
wow.
They're like pieces of foam that are actually wrapped. You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know there's not candy in those boxes.
Well, I'm not gonna like open them and eat them. I mean, what the heck? But yeah, I'm happy. This is gonna go on the Yoda shelf with, well, the big Yoda display with everything else. So yeah,
That's cool.
nice
I
of
like
my parents to get me a Yoda thing.
That's nice.
And then so we found this very surprising. We went into the day after Christmas, so Friday, yesterday. We went into Ollie's. There's an Ollie's by the house, and there's not one by me by the condo. So whenever I'm up at the house, I like to go up there and see what they got at Ollie's. But I didn't make it before Christmas. We just ran out of time doing other things. And I noticed that they opened at 8 a.m. on Friday. So we were like, let's go up there and just see what dregs are left over. And they had a 40% off after Christmas sale. So Mom got a bunch of wrapping paper and things like that. And there was paper that was there. And I'm like, well, you're going to pay like 50 cents for that roll. You're going to, whatever. And then so she bought some paper and other things for the holidays that she can use next year.
Were there other shoppers in there? Like,
no,
pushing
it was
carts around
packed.
looking for stuff? Yeah.
Well, it was packed, yeah. But the place was trashed.
Myself, like 50% off or something?
It was 40% off basically everything in the store. And there was a lot of people. Like when we got there like a little bit after 8, and there were still people going in from what it looked like a line.
Was there a line outside?
Yeah, but by the time we parked the car and got to the door, everybody was in. So
you got there when it opened?
Yeah, right at 8 a.m. when it opened. And
were there any
section,
fights inside?
What's that?
Were people fighting over like the
no,
last
I didn't see
item?
them fighting. No, yeah. But the book section was, none of the books were, they were all just in piles. It was a random mess. And the guy's over there like trying to clean it all up. And he's like, be careful shopping. I want to get this place straightened out and cleaned up. And
did you look in the food section? Because Ollie's has like a little food
section.
section.
Yeah, they have a food section.
Did you run through there and look for crackers or anything?
Mom got some pretzel sticks or potato sticks or something. Like, I don't know.
Eventually you're going to tell us what you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and the rest of the story. So I found this Transformer, like,
that's nice. Cool.
I don't like this style of packaging for a retro figure, but I do want the retro. I like that it's a retro inside. You know what I mean? So I'll probably open this up. And then I was just like, these were like $3. So I grabbed another Emperor, and I got a couple of them just because they look cool. And then another Han Solo. And I was like, okay, these are going to be like, I don't know, $1.75 or something, $2 after the deal or whatever it is, because 40% off. So I was like, I'm okay paying that, and I'm going to open one of the Emperors just to play around with it, because I didn't open one from before, and that Han Solo I think I'm going to open just because I didn't open one before. But we get up to the register, we had maybe like $45 worth of stuff. So in my head, I was going $25-$30 probably after tax. So I'm ready to pay, and the guy goes $27.79 or something like that, and then he goes, but I got to scan the coupon, and I'm like, wait, I thought that was the deal, like everything's 40% off, you know what I mean? And he scans this coupon behind the register, and it dropped everything down, and he's like $15.33.
Wow.
That's
so
great.
I'm like, Mom's like, wait a minute, how much does that make the wrapping paper? I'm like, 13 cents a roll, Mom. She's like, what the hell? Like, she's like, I haven't bought something for 13 cents in 50 years, like.
And did you want to go back and get some more?
Yeah, so I was like, I realized that it meant these were like $1 each or whatever. So I was like,
those are 1977 prices.
Yeah, I was like, I should go back and get more figures. But now we left and we paid our $15 and left. But I was just shocked. Like, so there's like two things going on at Ollie's right now. Everything starts out at 40% off, but then the guy, and I don't know if it's because I'm a member, because he asked for my member number and I gave it to him, and then he scanned that extra thing that was behind the register and made it drop another 10. Basically, it was another like $12 off. So it went from 27 to 15. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's really cool. You made out like a bandit. What else?
It was shocking just to be able to buy stuff for that cheap again. You know what I mean? Because she got some puzzles and a bag of candies, and it was just like all kinds of stuff. And we almost felt like we just stole it all. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Sounds like you did.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But no wonder there was a line. You know what I mean? Like other people must have known ahead of time.
I believe it. I mean, like, it's fun to go to a place where they're having like the after Christmas sales, and then you realize, oh wait, there's a sale on top of a sale.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, I didn't get really anything new. I got this thing. This is from the Fallout, the ghoul.
Oh yeah, the bounty hunter guy, right?
Yeah, I may turn this into a custom of some kind.
Cool.
All right.
Hey, Richard, JT, how you doing?
So if you want to see, I've got screenshots of the video I took when I gave my wife her decoy present. I thought it was just funny. So here was when she realized it was here, hold on. Here's where she realized, oh shit, she just like opened the flap and she saw it was a sentinel, like, you son of a bitch. She give me the stink eye. And then she realized, yeah, it was a joke. Funny. And here's admiring her new boyfriend. So
That's pretty funny.
That's funny.
Good times. All right. This is the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. What are you guys watching this week that you want everybody to know that you're spending your time watching?
You know,
just got caught up with Stranger Things.
Yeah, there's some Stranger Things. I also started watching. There's a new season of that Percy Jackson thing, and I thought it was pretty good. So far,
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so Stranger Things came out. That was 3 more episodes, and then the finale is next week. Is anybody planning to go to the theater to watch the last and final?
Oh, you mean to tell me that when I get through the next 2 episodes, I got to wait again for the ending?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the final episode's New
the
Year's
31st.
Eve.
Yeah, but it's
So it's
also
gonna be-
going to be at the theater.
Oh, it's theaters and online. Okay, okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to go to the theater. It's just if you want to
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
with people coughing and putting their bare feet on top of chairs and stuff, then you would want to go to the theater for that.
No, I'll watch it at home. But
I think
they're doing it both ways, though.
Yeah, today I think is the Copenhagen test comes out.
Now this is sci-fi, like, right? Isn't this?
Yeah, I think he has like a chip implanted in his head,
Right?
and like
Something like that, right?
he's revealing secrets or something like that. It looked pretty good. The trailer looked pretty good.
Hmm.
And then Anaconda is exclusively in theaters.
Now this Anaconda is like almost it's more of a comedy than the original.
It's what it seems like. I thought it was going to be just like a remake of the 90s movie.
But
so
it
what
takes
the
into
premise
account
is
that the 90s one happened, though, right? Because
yeah, so the premise is these guys are like amateur filmmakers or whatever, and they get funding so they can go and film an amateur style remake of the 90s film.
Yeah.
And then just end up like living the experience or whatever. But the reviews I read, man, were pretty bad. And it was like one person wrote something like they thought it was funnier than it was, or something like that. They thought it was funny, so they're probably laughing at every joke. You know how that does, right? Like,
yeah.
I'd probably watch it on streaming, but that's about it.
If you're the writer, you're going, "This is freaking hilarious." Yeah, and then when people actually watch it, they're like, "Nah."
Yeah, that I did like that. Be Kind Rewind that Jack Black did. Yeah, I did like that movie. So I imagine it's going to be like that, and I just figured I'll wait. But
because doesn't what's his face from the original Anaconda movie show up in this movie?
Yes,
right.
Yeah,
Cube, is it Cube?
Cube, yeah, because Ice-T's went on
SVU, Law and Order, right? Yeah.
I just saw something and I was like, oh, that was pretty good. Can't remember what it was now. What was I watching? I don't remember now.
I still need to get caught up on all the season 3 of Star Wars Visions.
Oh, yeah, I haven't even watched it.
Is there a season 3?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, and I haven't watched that other Marvel animated thing either.
The zombies?
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
That was good.
I left the zombies on in the background one day, and I think I paid attention to maybe about 20 minutes total of the whole thing. There were some cool scenes, but I don't know. It was just hard.
The clock's got to be ticking on when we're going to get a proper trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah,
It comes out in the end of May.
Speaking of, yeah, I took Mom to see Avatar, the one where they all catch on fire. And
Water and fire.
I was
Avatar burn victims.
Yeah, they all catch on fire in it. Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know. I haven't seen it yet.
It's over 3 hours long, but I will say that they did a good. I'm not a fan of Avatar because of the design of the aliens. I think that they look stupid, and I just can't stand looking at them.
Is it the long necks that you don't like?
No, I think it's their whole structure, the body design, and
okay.
They look too much like cats or something. I think I've always had a problem with.
I think they're supposed to look like lizards or something, right?
You know, I've always had a problem with cat people. I can't watch Cats, the Broadway show, and any of that. Like, I just can't stand humanoid cats for some reason. But anyways, but I thought the pacing of the film was so good that I didn't feel like I was there for 3 hours. It went by. It was one of those movies where it started and it grabbed you right away, and then it was over, and we were like, "Wait, that was 3 hours long?" Like, it just you didn't have any moment where you were like, "Oh, come on, is this going to be over soon? Like, what's going on?" So I'm like, they actually did a pretty good job with this one.
Which Doomsday trailer did you see beforehand?
So the trailers, that's what I was going to bring up. So the Mando trailer before it had more stuff in it than I had seen previously. But
so there is a proper trailer
before Avatar, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
They just haven't released it.
But that's the thing. I don't know if it's online or not because I didn't see all the trailers. I only saw that first one where he squeezes the guy, and the guy's like, "No squeezies" or something like that. The bad baby or something in the tunnel, and like that's the only trailer I'd seen. Which that scene is not in this trailer. That was before Avatar.
Yeah,
they show the fight with the with all of the Djarik and stuff, you know what I mean, and a few other things. But I tell you, my mom just like grabbed my arm and was like, "We're going to see that," you know what like it really excited her, that trailer, you know what I mean? So
nice.
It's doing its job on the common man, you know what I mean? The general public, because she just like was like, "That looked awesome," and then yeah, we got the Doomsday trailer, but it was the Captain America. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
All right, John, there's a question for you.
Did you fall asleep? No, I didn't fall asleep.
Okay, because there is a movie that John saw in the theater. Then when he saw it at home, he claims they added a scene.
No. They took the scene out of our
no,
version.
He claims that they added footage to the movie because they never showed it in the theater.
They took the scene out of our version. And actually, I had gone and asked.
And that was the part where you were asleep.
I actually went and asked because I know the manager at that theater. And I had gone back and asked her when I went to see the last movie. I said, "Do you remember way back when for the Fantastic Four?" I go, my friends are laughing at me because I swear there was a scene cut out. And she's like, "Actually, yeah, we had a destroyed copy and had to get a new one." So she goes, "That first day, if you went on opening day, you did miss a scene, but it was fixed within like the day because they sent us a new copy."
All right.
And she's like, they didn't notice it right away, but
you also have these super awesome conspiracy channels. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. All right, here is a hot or not section. These are the toys revealed that you didn't know you needed. By the end of this section, you may completely deplete your weekly allowance for action figures. First up is Rocky 2 action figure from Hiya Toys. It's a 1/12 scale Rocky figure.
When did this dog wear a shirt? I don't
In the
remember
action
that
with
scene.
the action figure
I don't remember this scene.
in Rocky
Or
2.
an
Yeah,
Eagles
I must have
jersey.
got a version of Rocky 2 that didn't have the scene where the dog was wearing the shirt.
Movies are all downloaded these
No,
days.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
They sent them. That's what I mean by sent. It was a digital copy. Yeah, it was the one they got originally had a glitch in it or something. She said it was ruined, so they sent him another one.
All right, so here's Rocky 2 from Hiya Toys. Anybody interested?
No,
Nah.
Okay, me either. How about these SH figure Monster Arts figures?
Not my thing. They look
the
cool.
dog's wearing an Eagles jersey. Yeah,
Rocky face is so bad. They nailed Rambo. Playmates making Mutant Mayhem figures. Da-da.
that is.
I don't
really
remember
weird.
this one from the show.
Yeah, that is really weird. It looks like
You
a giant
can
piece
that.
of gray corrugated cardboard.
It's Chrome Dome.
Was this in the show?
I don't know. I don't
know.
watch it.
Mm.
Oh, I watched
It really looks like
I
a piece of
don't remember this
corrugated
from-
cardboard, just like painted gray.
Okay, and now you know why they're not getting the license renewed.
Yeah.
And now you know why. No, this probably looks just like the cartoon.
Probably.
Mutant Mayhem, yeah.
All right, these are SH Figure Arts.
Dragon Ball.
Is that Dragon Ball stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
That's a
into
lot of
that?
accessories for that pink guy. Holy cow.
Yeah, but you know what? They're only $165.
For both characters. Does that guy come with alternate feet?
He comes with arms that are crossed.
Yeah. Does he also have alternate feet there? Doesn't those look like two pairs of shoes?
I
It
think
does
those
look-
are
Sandals or
I
something.
think
right?
those are just hands that are folded up.
Oh, flat hands. Yeah. I see what you're saying. They're just, yeah. I get you. Like, whoa. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a no. John likes that.
No,
pink guy.
they look great. But if you're into Dragon Ball, these are probably like super exciting. But
That's like
I don't
he's
know
got-
these characters. I only
I don't
watch
get Dragon Ball stuff.
so
Dragon Ball Z.
he's got the faces where he's taking a breath and blowing, and then you got that little stand that puts that little fireball or whatever.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's blowing it. This is NECA Krampus or something like that, right?
Wow.
Creepy.
Looks cool, but yeah.
I'm hoping to pick this up at Ross next year. Actually, I didn't buy one NECA figure at Ross this year.
Really? No,
Yeah.
neither did I though. So
Oh, that's not true. I got a Frankenstein. Gosh darn it. All right, I did get a Frankenstein. So no, not interested.
No.
I'm not gonna buy it, but it looks awesome.
It does look really cool.
Both
I mean,
of
it's
these
perfect
things
for
look-
Christmas. If you
both of
paint
these-
this guy green, it could be like a Yoda.
Well, okay. Sure.
All right. More Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is the
Okay.
2012 cartoon or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. No attachment.
All right.
Oh,
Somebody,
these do come with extra feet. Look at those. Those are
Yeah.
feet for sure.
somebody's gotta want them.
Yeah.
Krampus looks cool. All right, and then
Whoa.
Hot Toys.
That's a killer Batman, man.
I think he's like bigger than the rest of the Batman too. right?
Yeah, that's a massive Batman. That's cool.
Are you getting it, John?
No.
Do you think Gary will get this one?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I just went in on a deal with Gary.
To
Well,
share
well,
a Hot Toys?
Yeah, because they were giving away Hot Toys for Christmas if you bought a Hot Toy. And Gary was buying the Superman and Batman 2-pack. There's a 2-pack of Superman and Batman.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was like around $400 or something like that. But he's like, I get something for free, but he's like, I don't want any of the free stuff because I've already got similar items. Like he's got a Mandalorian, I guess, but a Mandalorian was one of the free ones, but just a different version. So you know what I mean. So he's like, I don't need another one. So he's like, I'm wondering if you'd go in on it with me and pay a little bit of the Superman Batman price and get this. And so I got the Mandalorian with the blurg.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And how much did you go in for that?
I paid $200. So.
And how much would it cost to just buy the Mandalorian and the blurg?
$550.
Oh, that's a good deal for you then.
Yeah, yeah.
Both of you guys.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it worked out for both of us. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then that plus shipping. I mean, I gotta get it. He just got it today.
Oh, it's still a good deal.
He just got it today, so he's like, I'm gonna go to the post. He'll go to the post like next week or the week after and figure out how much it's gonna be to get it to me. But because they couldn't split it up.
Don't have, if you're sending something USPS, why do you not have a scale at home?
I do.
Weigh a box.
Yeah, I do.
USPS and type
No,
it in.
you don't go to USPS. You go to Post. You go to Pirate Ship.
I go to the Postal Service because they give me a discount.
No, they give you more of a discount on Pirate Ship. I'll tell you why. I had a guy just buy 5 or 6 Lego sets from me, and I put them all in one box. And when I went to USPS online to ship them, it was $80. And then I went to Pirate Ship, and it was $30 from USPS.
So a Postal Service guy comes and picks up the mail. A pirate doesn't show up. I got your
yeah. No.
Right.
You can just do a pickup online and from the post office, and they send a real postman.
I'll check it.
But he saved $50 shipping just by going through Pirate Ship instead of going through USPS. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna look at Pirate Ship then if it's gonna.
It's
save
good.
money.
Yeah, I use it all the time. Like
I've never even heard of it.
Everything I ship from eBay and everything goes through Pirate Ship. I'm doing it all the time now.
All right. I love these figures. I just never gonna get them because they're just priced too much.
What is this? Mega Man,
they look great.
Mega Man adjacent.
Yeah. That's what I mean. These things look awesome, but
yeah, they do.
It's outside my wheelhouse, so I don't really get them all. You know what I mean?
All right. There wasn't a whole lot of stuff to reveal, but the last few things are going to be Ramen Toy had a live stream and he announced some stuff that's going to come up in 2026. So we'll just talk about that. He's got like a little bit of a calendar. He's saying that he's going to put up in January a pre-order for Knight Rider vehicle and figure. Then in February, he's got a pre-order coming up for something from Gatchman or Battle of the Planets or whatever. Then he's got another Red Gullwing coming up. Then he's got the Makina Venom Trooper. Then he's got the Tex Hess or whatever. That's the villain from the Brave Star. Then he's got a Mauler Hunter tank thing coming up in June. Then another Makina. Then the Firebird Racer, a Purple Racer, and a General Lee with figures. You know, he did that the orange ramen racer. He says that he's going to retool the inside and add like a roll bar. So just so you get an idea, this is that Gatchman. He put up a product design for it. So if you're into that, that could be actually pretty cool. Anybody buy any of this stuff?
No,
but it is pretty cool.
Here's the villain from the Brave Star to go along with the Brave Star. The thing is the 3030 looks awesome. It was a little bit priced too high for me, so I kind of skipped it. I kind of still debating on it, but I'd rather get the 3030 than this. But I think it's pretty cool. He says he's made some modification to the hat so that the hat supposedly won't fall off when you turn them upside down like the Brave Star figure. I think it's a minor thing that happens because unless you're doing action figure pictures or whatever, you know. Cedar saying that Ramen's going to get a lot of his money next year. This is going to be the Wolverine they're coming out with. This is probably the same scale as the Hunter, so
Is Is it the same base but with a different?
Somebody asked that, and I wasn't really listening.
Well, actually, it's only got 5 wheels on the bottom. Wasn't the Hunter more? The tread
No,
was
I think it's
longer.
going to be like the same size. Somebody asked. I wasn't really listening. I was kind of just like reading along, and I didn't continue on. I was just grabbing pictures. So,
Yeah.
so he might have addressed that, but it almost looks like it could just be a top that goes on. But I have a feeling it may be a little bit different because when they showed some close-ups, one of the complaints that I had about the tank was the plastic was just so smooth. It looked like kind of like a cheap toy.
Yeah.
And there's actual like paneling on this tank that gives it like a rough, you know what I mean? Like so it's not just flat. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just looked up the Hunter real quick, and it does have 5 wheels on the tread.
Okay.
Just like this one does.
Yeah. So I think this looks pretty cool actually though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
If it is just a turret that you can put on your existing tank, that would be really cool.
Mm.
He put up this picture.
Ooh.
And he said, I thought about just putting out the Ramen Racer with the Trans Am.
Firebird.
Right. But then he said that what they're going to do is they're trying to get the license for the Trans Am. If they don't get it, then they'll just move forward and not call it a Trans Am. But they're going to make a Trans Am style car with a mustache figure.
Interesting.
Right. So
yeah.
He also said that they're retooling the inside of the racer. They're going to do the orange version again, and there's going to be 3 figures that come out with it. And then let's see. And then he showed the renders for the 3 figures that are going to come with the orange racer.
Three moonshine figures, right?
Yeah. And you know what's interesting to me is the 2 guys look like they just share the same body, right?
Yeah.
And for the most part, it's Shipwreck.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're right.
Right? It to me looks like if you just got a couple of Shipwreck figures, you can plaid up the shirt. They're wearing jeans, and then just do like some.
They wore 2 different colored shirts, right? Wasn't one?
Yeah, but you can just. I mean, you got to paint the shirt anyways.
Yeah.
I know John's 100% against painting figures and stuff like that because but thought that was kind of interesting. So that was kind of it, man. Like I didn't really see much else out there this week.
Yeah.
I probably missed some stuff.
It's gonna be slow.
Yeah, one of them had a plain sort of whitish cream, yellowish cream shirt, and the other
one's
one
like reddish, right?
Well, it's blue and white checkered in this picture, but
okay. Well, then blue and white would be easy to do because Shipwreck's shirt is blue, so you can just put the stripes and put white checks in there.
Okay, the picture that shows her in the red with the blue shorts, Luke has a solid blue shirt on, and Duke is blue and white checkered. So
yeah. It'd be easy to do some.
And then in this other picture, she had a red and white checkered shirt. Interesting. So they didn't have like a uniform on the show. They must have wore different things.
Yeah, they were moonshiners. They don't have a uniform.
Yeah. Like Michael Knight always had that black shirt with the black.
Oh, and that's the other thing too. Kit,
I mean?
right? So
it's
so
like
the Knight Rider vehicle
never changed his clothes. You know what I mean? He always had the same clothes.
So here's the thing. He was saying that there was going to be another vehicle with the rider, right? And he showed that thing that said the Knight Rider, right? In January, pre-orders in January. But he said what he was doing was he was just waiting for the final. It sounded like he was just waiting for final approval. So it seemed like they had a license and that they were just waiting for the license holder to approve whatever they intend to put out. So it looked like that was going to be a done deal. So that's a pretty good move for them, moving from like kind of an obscure, small,
that would be cool. Yeah,
toy maker to like, actually getting licensed products and stuff like that. So
that's interesting.
We'll see. All right. I think that was the reveals this week. And we'll be back next week on the Toy Duo Team. Thanks for hanging out with us for another Saturday, everybody. We really appreciate it. As always, have a great weekend.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Peter says they should do A Team. Yeah. Yeah,
that-
stay awesome, everybody.
Addiction and your shelves are overflowing.
Hold tight.
When you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out. Just sit right back, just relax and watch you listen. The Toy Duo Team brings you what you need. The toy news you didn't know you needed. Action figures, TV news, all the pop culture you can handle.
I love it when a plan